Welcome back, guys, to our next part of the Dark Souls playthrough. As promised, we will now talk to this handsome young man down there. What you looking at?
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
So yeah, it seems he knows that he's an odd fellow, and he takes it with stride. So immediately he strikes us as a nice guy.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Sure.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey? This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
Yup, jolly cooperation. So he basically just explained to us how the online co-op system works and what the in-game reasoning is behind it. So that begs the question, is Solaire actually a player character too? Or all the other NPCs player characters in their own world? Does every person in the Dark Souls universe have their own world, and they just happen to be intertwining with those of other worlds? It makes it really convoluted. And yep, jolly cooperation. One meme phrase down. Here we go with the next meme.
Hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent. Oh, hello there. The sun, if only I...
Yeah, so Solaire is probably the most popular character in the Dark Souls community. At least he was when Dark Souls 1 was out. And for good reason, he's a nice fellow. But I think it's kinda sad that he has been reduced to a bit of a meme about the jolly cooperation and the grossly incandescent things, etc. Because in my opinion, he's a really interesting character. Like, he's on some kind of spiritual journey. What he seeks isn't really tangible. He doesn't actually seek a son. And since we can't really know what he seeks, we can't really help him. Even though he helps us at every turn in the game. So that's a bit of a tragic story. And yeah, his story won't have a happy ending in this playthrough, because I consider saving him to be not the intended ending of his questline. So now we've been rocking our human skin for a while now, so I guess it's time to turn back into beef jerky. And what better way would be there than to be roasted alive? Well, oh yeah, before we go, if you don't know what I'm talking about, in a few seconds a dragon will swoop down and burn this witch, but that is not without warning. If you look carefully, you can see burn marks and burned flesh and remains here on the bridge. So it is not truly just a trial and error thing. If you look closely at your surroundings, you will see that this bridge is dangerous. So, well, wish me the best of luck, and here we go. Nope. Yeah! Almost. At least we survived. Over here. So here we have a shortcut to the bonfire we were at previously, which is also why we kindled it. And tada! Level up time. So we wanna have 12 decks to wield the bow, which we'll be using shortly, and the rest we're gonna be pumping into endurance. We wanna hit 40 endurance as soon as possible, so we have maxed out stamina. Because the Zweihander uses a lot of stamina just to attack. And this is actually a really great place to farm souls early on in the game. You can run up here, say hi to the dragon, run back down, and you get about 500 souls. And then run back down to the bonfire, get back up, etc, etc. So yeah, that's a great place. If you haven't bought all the stuff you need from the undead merchant before, now would probably be the time. Hello, hello. Somewhere here is an enemy. I believe he is here. So this dude is one of the most annoying guys in the game. Oops, wrong button. My bad. Probably better off with the axe. Because he just chills around this corner. He usually is about here. It takes forever until he's actually here where you can fight him. It's pretty damn annoying. And now I wanna show off one thing here. Can actually... where do I have it? Shoot the dragon's tail from here. Nope. And if you do that enough, you're gonna get a tail weapon. I'm probably not gonna use it, because it is considered a new weapon among many. But I'm actually not gonna use it because I'm a bigger fan of the Zweihander anyway. So yeah, probably gonna be cutting this part out or speeding it up. So we'll see you as soon as we get the weapon. Finally, okay. This was too big of a pain to show off, to not to use the damn sword. I'll just have to live with my noob status. Alright then. So the thing about this sword is... Oopsie-doo. It has a really high raw physical damage. But it has no damage scaling. So if you look... oops. If you look at the Zweihander, for example, there its parameter bonuses, it has a C in strength and a D in dex scaling, which enhances its stats. So if I two-hand it, I get 130 plus 42, about 170. The X was 90 plus 30. And the Drake Sword has 200 raw but no scaling, so it is a really good early game. But the further you go and the higher your level goes, it gets outclassed more and more. But then we're gonna use it anyway. So now I wanna show off, provided I actually manage to do it, how to get past the dragon without killing him. I'll try it once, and if it doesn't work, I'll just leave it be. So I believe here is a safe spot. And what we are gonna wanna do is bait him down, and then if he lands, we're gonna run past him. Well, that was the plan. The execution was not as hoped. Come on, you can do it, buddy. Come on, I believe in you. Believe in yourself who believes in the dude. Woof, alright. That was nerve-wracking. And now that we're in his home, he gets sad and just leaves. Goodbye, dragon friend. Bye. We can actually watch him leave from here. Bye. Bye, Mr. Drake. Yeah, I called him a dragon, but he's actually not a dragon in the Dark Souls sense. He's a drake, a descendant of the dragons. The dragons were all exterminated, saving very few one. Here we have a statue of Gwyn's firstborn. We actually don't know this yet because we haven't found any items pertaining him. But Gwyn's firstborn has done some kind of mistake or sin, and therefore was taken. His deific status was taken from him as punishment. He was exiled, and his name was deleted, I guess, out of the annals of history. So now nobody actually knows his name anymore. And I don't know if there's any more statues in this game, but there's certainly one more in Dark Souls 2 and one in Dark Souls 3. These serve as the places where you can join the Sunbros, which are actually warriors of his. Since Dark Souls 3 we have a pretty good idea what it was that the firstborn did wrong to have been banished like this. Originally it was assumed that he lost the annals of history and was banished for that, but that is actually a mistranslation from the Japanese game. where it is written that he has done something foolish and was therefore banished from the annals of history, not the other way around. If we ever get to do a Dark Souls 3 playthrough, we might talk about him some more. But I kinda like to keep Dark Souls 1 and 3's lores separate, because I'm 99% sure that Miyazaki had no plans to make sequels for this game. And here we have another mother and child statue that we already discussed a bit at Firelink Shrine in part 2. If you skipped over part 2 because of the terrible audio, we basically just talked about how these statues are scattered through Lordran. And I'd like to point out that this statue is in close vicinity to a shrine that belongs to one of Gwyn's children, because there might be some connection as to who this person is and who the child is. So yeah. Can we level up? Nope. So let's clean up those guys and then clean up the ridge. Oh, I didn't actually read the sword, I just noticed. Who wanted to read it? No, I always pressed the wrong button, damn it. There. This sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, is formed by a drake's tail. Drakes are seen as undeveloped imitators of the dragons, as I mentioned before, but they are likely their distant kin. The sword is imbued with a mystical power to be released when held with both hands. Yeah, the sword beam is pretty cool, but it takes a lot of stability, durability. There's 316, I believe one sword beam takes like 50. And if you take a look at the axe that we used up until now, we have lost 16 the entire playthrough. We haven't repaired it yet. So like, the sword beam takes a lot of durability and isn't usually worth it. How much equip load do I have? Okay. Alright, let's show off how strong this sword actually is. I should be able to one-shot every one of these guys. Yep. Oh yeah, the claymore is another really cool weapon. Let's show it off real quick. Like, it is a baby Zweihander. Like, it swings a little faster, has a little less range. But it's really cool. It has quite some variety in its moveset. It has a good stab, has good swings. So yeah, it's a good go-to weapon. And it doesn't need as much stats. It just needs 16 strength. You know what? We might actually no. We'll stay loyal to Zweihander Chun. Okay, then it's time to enter the parish. So yeah, if you went the intended... No, wait, where am I? What? Dude is confused. Wait. Here? No, up here is the night. Ah, yes, here. You were supposed... the bridge where we snapped the dragon connects to this place. Up here. And then you... were supposed to... I don't remember anymore. There's some door that is big. It gets closed. Before your eyes. Anyway, let's just keep going. Up there you can see the Mecha Boar. think that's a really cool design. I like it. Oh, there he is. Whoa! Dude, you surprised me. Oh, don't scare me like that. He actually has a vulnerable hut, so that's a thing. I don't want to fight him right now. I'm just gonna leave. Because I actually want to show off a little trick how to beat him easily. Alright. So, what you can do is use these alluring skulls. A skull with a meekly lingering souls. Throw a to shatter and spread souls to attract certain types of enemies. Souls are a concentration of life, and the life-starved hollows are lured by its power, not effective for all enemies. Yeah, we haven't really talked about hollowing, have we? So, hollowing essentially means that you grow more and more hollow, and that you lose your soul. And since humanity's designated soul fragment means that they also lose their humanity. For example, green at the end Green at the end of the game is also hollow, not because he's afflicted by the undead curse or anything, but because the first flame used all of his light soul as fuel. That causes him to look like a hollow. But then there's the Queen's Firstborn in Dark Souls 3 that looks just like him, and well, that's another story for another day. But anyway, I wanted to show off how to kill the boar without even fighting him. That is by luring him to this flame. And then he passes out a little bit. I really like the item placement here. Like, they very deliberately placed those skulls above this flame. So the curious player would be like, what if I do this? And it actually works. I really like that design choice. That's the door I meant earlier. If we actually looked at it, we would have seen, as we go through this street, we see the door close. Because he's a little prankster like that. Over here we have another encounter with a Dark Knight, and I want to show off an easy way to kill him as well. Thank you. Yeah, he's seeing me. Oh boy. I'm scared. Hold me. So, not unlike the boar, we can also lure this knight friend into a flame to damage him, which is pretty ironic since they're black the color of the black armor stems from their war against the demons, where their armor was scorched black. Alternatively, it stems from the time where they were sacrificed to the first flame and the armor was scorched black in the process. There is actually contradicting information on where the blackness of the armor comes from. Oh boy, he just destroyed me, holy crap. Okay, I got kinda scared. Oh yes, the Black Knight shield, perfect. That's an awesome drop. It's one of the best one-handed shields, one of the best middle range shields in the game. It has amazing fire defense and a lot of stability. It is in general just really awesome, and it looks fucking cool. Look at this. And it goes really well with Drake's Sword. I like it a lot. I just need to get lost, get rid of that stupid leather armor. Ooh, I'm too heavy. Yeah, I guess. Maybe now? Yeah, we will have to say goodbye to 200 Chan for a little while. Because I prefer to have a mid-roll, at least. I don't like backflipping around the game, but I like to have some iframes on my rolls. And I see we are nearing, oh boy, the half-hour mark. So I guess we will enter the church. And provided I don't die. Oh boy. Dark Souls is hard, guys. We will enter the parish. And what an amazing job. We will enter the parish and then we'll call it a day for this part. Oh, a mystery key. Boop, boop, boop. The purpose of this key is unknown. It appears to be a basic prison cell key. Yep, this key will become relevant very soon. There's a really nice guy in the parish that we have to free. Foreshadowing to Honor Londo's amazing balance actions. Well, I guess this is as good a time as any to stop the video. Gonna scare this dude a little bit, then we'll stop for today. Especially because my frame rate is starting to act up. If you also get the Boulder's Wax Sword, it's gonna be amazing. Just a shot, that's cool too. Well, thank you guys for joining me on this journey. And next part we're gonna explore the Undead Parish and take a look at these amazingly modeled paper trees straight out of a PS1 game. Oh! See you guys in the next part. Goodbye.